Top of the morning to you, Timmy's. We're on our way down to the campsite right now. We're almost there actually, another 15 minutes or so. It's about an hour and a half from where I live. We're setting up the RV at a seasonal site there this year. Trying it out. My whole family, as I've been telling you in past vlogs, sort of hangs around that area quite a bit in summertime. So it'll be nice to be closer to them. And it'll be nice to get even further away from civilization and have a bonfire every day, you know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to it. Let's get this day started. Set up this campsite. Like I was saying yesterday, I'm not sure how it works around where you guys are from, but up here in Manitoba, a seasonal site you pay for 12 months. So you park your trailer there and it's yours for 12 months. Well, you're renting it, right? So I could leave it there until May 1st next year, beginning of May, where I would have to pay for another year if I want to stay there, or get my stuff and get out if I don't want to pay, right? So we'll see how this first year goes. I already know it's a great campsite, great ownership there. The people who own it and run it there are great people. They're friends of my parents. So I know it's a good atmosphere there. It should be a lot of fun. I was telling you yesterday, I want to set up the site in a way where I can pull it out of there when I want to pull it out of there with minimal effort. I'll show you my parents' site a little later too. It's more permanent. It would take a full day at least, or a full weekend, just to be able to pull that trailer out of there, because it's permanently put in there. Semi-permanently. Like, if we can get it out of there, it'll just take a lot of work to take everything down, right? Because they spend a lot of time there, and they've been there for 5-6 years already, however long they've been there. Long time. So I don't want my site to be quite as permanent in there. I'll make it my own, and you know, whatnot, maybe put a little fence around it for the dogs, so that the dogs stay in there, I don't know. All right, we just got in here, got ourselves moved in. Neighbors are all moving in too. Neighbors over there are moved in. Got myself pretty much set up here already. Got my trailer all unhooked, got it leveled. Just put out the awning. Got the deck right here. Got the awning strapped down.
Touching the tree!
Ooh, they're trying to get their trailer in. So this is the site here. This is where we backed in from here. And around here we got a nice little edge of rocks. There's a deck right here. Got this thing all set up nice. I think it's a pretty good setup. Got it all nicely packed limestone. Got the fireplace back here. Deck goes a little bit past the trailer. Got our hookups back there, and this is all our site here. And at the back of our site here, we got a little path. We follow this path down here. Takes us out to the beach. So we got pretty much beachfront property almost. Just about, eh? We're just in there. In summertime, like as soon as these trees actually bud, you can see that they're actually starting to bud a little bit. I know down in the States they've been budding for months already, but this is Canada, Manitoba. So once this all buds, this will all be nice and green. We'll have a nice little green little walkway back to our camper back there. This is a full service site. It's got the 30 amp connections. For those of you who know what this stuff is, 30 amp connections. Also has the regular 120 volt connections. Fuses in there. Water connections right there. Gonna have to get a little bit of an extension hose just because it's not quite long enough. You can see it goes from here around the tire there, and it barely reaches. It reaches, but I'd like to have a little bit of extra slack, you know what I mean? And then you got the sewer. Excuse that cowboy in the shadow there. And right there, for those of you who are fascinated in RVing. There you go. This is all going to be so nice once it turns all green and everything. The one thing you'll notice here though is you see that little sign right there. There's absolutely no cell service here. Went and got ourselves some wood, putting Britt to work here.
Putting me to work.
Yeah. Fit as much as we can in these bins, I guess. I'm over here Doing manly things. Trying to get the fire going. Haven't really started yet, but one thing I don't get about the American sites down in the States, like the RV sites or the RV parks, they don't allow bonfires. I've said this before, that doesn't make any sense. You're not camping unless you can have a bonfire. Why would you go camping without bonfires? Like the first time I went to California, they didn't even have grass. They had fake grass. I understand it's like a desert. Okay, so whatever. I go down to Florida, they had real grass, but you still weren't allowed to burn. It's not camping unless you have a bonfire. How's it going?
It's going. That's too heavy for me to lift, though. Would you mind? I'll hold them.
I gotta work now?
Yeah. Hi, guys.
Where are we gonna put this?
Like on the deck, but behind where the barbecue is.
Way over there?
Way over there. You can do this.
Alright, let me stretch.
I believe in you.
This is gonna be good. Oh, cracked a few bones.
Getting old.
Like that?
Manly armpit.
That's a lot of manliness right there. Can you handle that? The camera just about burst into flames.
It's gonna be real heavy. Please be careful with your back. Yeah, I wasn't kidding. Should I just take some out and...
Nope, I'm a man. I can do it.
He's struggling real hard. Show me the pipes. Oh.
So don't tell anybody, but I cheat and use fire starter. I don't want anybody to know though, okay? So don't tell anybody. With that red bottom there, what you do is you just light the bag around it like this. And light that up. And that burns for about 10 minutes, just that little brick of white stuff. I don't know why, but that's what it does. You put that right at the bottom of your fire like that. Put the wood back in there like that. Try not to wreck the teepee. I'm gonna need 2 hands for this. There you go. Fire. Now this is camping. You see this? This is camping.
Yum. Yum. S'mores with Reese's Pieces.
You see the Reese's Pieces?
You have yours too?
Just a little.
Woohoo.
Deliciousness.
Woohoo. We stole Josh's camera.
Cheers.
Both of us.
Cheers. I'll never know.
Yeah, he'll never know until he edits. We're enjoying campfire with water that, the wood that is very wet. So we're just watching water boil pretty much. Eating marshmallows. Sticks to everything. Why did you stop before you had a whole layer on your lips?
I wiped it already.
It's like lip liner. Some marshmallows. Hot embers or hot? No. What are they called when they're red?
Embers.
Cool. Strange toilets in there.
What?
There's strange toilets in there. They're like RV toilets.
Yeah, they put RV toilets in there.
Oh.
It's last year they put them in.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, because it doesn't use as much water,
Oh.
and you don't get as many clogs.
Oh, okay.
They were just using regular toilets there.
Yeah.
It's mostly just fuzz here. Could barely pick up
barely
105.
What's 105?
It's Maverick. It's another country station from somewhere in the south. Winkler, maybe?
Oh, they only know 104 and 107.
Yeah, none of them got picked up here.
Gale.
Vehicle Gale, yeah.
Sounds like Gale.
Marshmallow in
Do
your
I?
glasses, but you know what?
I managed to get it all over me every time. I'd be surprised if I don't have it all over me.
Sure.
Some
The
more.
roasts and marshmallows.
Roast the marshmallows? Marshmallows, like some people call it.
Hot again. And then...
Yeah, just a little bit of pliers and that'll be straight again.
Hey! Hey!
We got you.
That's funny. Make some s'mores. We don't have the marshmallows like Jade and John's.
Not the big ones?
Those
Yeah,
square
big
ones,
square
they're
ones. I've never seen that
We
before.
have the big ones. I could have brought those, like the big ones.
Oh, okay.
But,
Yeah, the square ones.
Yeah, I
they're
had never
great.
seen the square ones.
We've
When you
never
squish
seen
it, it's nice and square too.
Yeah.
And I do have those big ones. I did buy those in the States.
Some s'more roasting time.
Can't believe how nice it is outside today.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm losing one of mine.
That's the thing about having the metal ones.
Mm-hmm.
As I speak for my uncle. If you have the wooden sticks, they don't twist and twirl.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When they get
I
hot,
would
and then
like
you
that
can't toast the other side anymore.
We have some at the campsite, like short wood sticks.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Pull the jade.
Look at this one.
Oh.
Oh, just forgot.
Oh,
Woo.
the other one too.
Yeah. It's just. Oh.
It's coming. Whoops.
I got so excited.
Oh goodness.
Lost a cracker.
Oh no. The chipmunk forget it.
My mom and my sister grabbed my camera apparently and started recording when I went to the washroom and I came back. Had no idea he was filming. So they just left. It's dark outside now. I'm just taking everything inside that might attract bears or anything, you know. Got the barbecue on the counter right there. Not really the best spot for it. But it's not cleaned out yet properly. I'll clean it out tomorrow and I don't want it to attract bears with the scent, you know. So we just cooked on it today. I think everything else is good to go. So I'm gonna pull out my computer here right now, sit at the table and get some editing done. My tooth is starting to give me a little bit of a problem. Not too bad though, it's probably just because I've been eating solid foods again a little bit in it and I don't know, agitating it a little bit. I've been, you know, messing around like that with my tongue a little bit. It's weird having a hole in your head. So obviously it's been irritating it a bit. I can feel it swelling up a little bit again. Good night's sleep, it'll all be good to go again. At least it doesn't, like, there's no pain at least, just a little discomfort. So I'm really happy with this campsite. The way it got all set up, the trailer fit in here perfectly. The deck that was already built here fit alongside it perfectly. Everything seemed to work out really well. The only thing that's a bit of a downside is that there's no cell service here. So I got nothing. I got no data, no phone service, no nothing. But at my parents' site across the campground, they have a big tower because they've been here for a few years, right? They have a huge tower with a cell phone booster. So what I can do is I can walk across their site and get full service there. At nighttime, I'll probably take my pickup because it's probably not a good idea to be walking around smelling like fresh supper because I just ate like s'mores and a couple of sausage sandwiches. I probably don't want to be walking around the campground by myself in springtime when all the bears are just waking up from hibernation and they're a little bit hungry. I'll probably just take my pickup over there and check up on everything before I go to bed.